and if you don't already follow, I am allergic to latex, coconut, and a bunch of other things. And right now I'm in a tea rabbit hole because I got a new Japanese tea kettle, cast iron, and I'm trying to figure out what teas are safe for me. It started with me getting ready to make a pot of valerian tea and realizing no, that's not going to work because in the last live stream uh, for rabbit hole research for latex allergy, it showed in my research, and I'm checking like all the medical sources, that valerian root out. No, not doing it. Chamomile also, and there was plenty of sites that were saying lavender was safe, and then there were a bunch that were saying yeah, no. But I'm gonna trust PubMed over like Amazon when it comes to what is safe for me. Not everybody's going to react to the same things. Not everybody is going to progress in their allergy. Not everyone's going to have latex root syndrome. Not everyone is going to be sensitive to the same things. But it's at least worth being aware so that you can make sure that you are doing what is safest for you. So, give me 1 second. I have Pomeranian here on me because Pomeranian. Yeah. All right, 1 second. I got a message from my shopper. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, I do because of the latex allergy. I usually don't go grocery shopping because I can't be in the produce section because that's too close to bananas. All right, so today we're going to focus on latex allergy and chamomile. No, chamomile's already out. We're going to check moringa tea and green tea, and there was one more I wanted to check. We'll see in a second. We're going to start with moringa tea. 1 second. Shut up. You two are loud. Oh my god. Pomeranian and Chihuahua, y'all. All right. So, because my MacBook is currently not with us in this mortal plane, I'm live streaming on my iPad and I am researching on my iPhone because Mama don't got the money for the new for a new MacBook right now. That may have to wait till Christmas. So latex allergy, moringa tea. And the reason I'm looking at moringa tea is because it has known mast cell stabilizing properties, which I know my daughter can have. Her only latex related allergy is mesquite. No, she also has celiac disease, but that's not an allergy. I'm allergic to wheat. That is a cross-reactive. Gluten and wheat are cross-reactives for latex. That's according to the Allergy and Asthma Network. I also usually check the Anaphylaxis UK page, and I'll try and check other international sites because there are things listed on other sites that are not listed on American sources. And I'm going to figure that's probably because regional, like we're going to focus on what like people in different areas, different cultures, different countries, eat on a regular basis, or most frequently. So that makes sense to me. But like mulberry, yeah, that's that's also a bad one. So when you're looking at your ingredients, you need to look at all of the ingredients, and you need to cross-reference all of the ingredients to confirm that those ingredients aren't in families, plant families, that are related to latex. Even if it's like first cousin twice removed, it could be a problem. Okay. Um, and that's depending on how sensitive you are. Like, I know for a fact I can't do anything that's connected to ragweed, and that includes stevia. I believe it includes monk fruit. Basically, all the keto friendly sweeteners I can't do. Monk fruit is bad, right? Which I used to like to put a little bit of sweet in my tea and in my keto friendly desserts, but yeah, not happening anymore. No. All right, so latex allergy and moringa tea. We're gonna try and keep this one. I'm looking at it's 12:44. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna go try to keep this one under an hour, um, because I want people to see the and the purpose of rabbit hole research is to one, show people, show you if you have latex allergy or any food allergy, the work that we have to put in to verify that anything we bring into the house to either cook for ourselves, or even if we have no intention of eating that, but we want to make it for our families, because latex allergy, latex cross-reactive foods, um, the protein it's in latex and latex cross-reactive foods on the latex fruit slash food syndrome list. The particles are airborne. Not everybody's going to react to that, but for those who are at that level of sensitivity, even cooking or touching something that contains or is on the latex allergy fruit syndrome list in any country, that you might get triggered by, could be a very serious issue for you. For me, that was bananas. That's where I learned that. I've been allergic to bananas for like 14 years now. Can't do that. So that's why I have to pay attention to the tea, the valerian tea, because I can't cross contaminate my Japanese tea kettle, the cast iron pot, and have the cast iron tea kettle. I have to make sure that I make that in a separate one, a separate tea kettle for my daughter, or like an individual like tea infuser thing for loose leaf tea, so I don't accidentally season my cast iron tea kettle with latex, right? Like, that would suck. So give me one quick second. And the other reason that I want to do this is because I eventually want to like expand the rabbit hole research to answer questions with for you. I can't like, go to grocery stores, but like if you've got a question about what is in your own pantry, refrigerator, or freezer that you might be wondering about, um, even and medications, like what can you handle? All right, so let's see. We've got about, I'm gonna try and go 30 to 45 minutes on this one and cut it off so that I can get on with my day. All right, so bottom line, latex allergy and moringa tea benefits. All right, so moringa tea, again, because I have mast cell activation syndrome, it's something I used to drink and I used to be okay with. I don't know if I am now. It's been a long time since I had it. But it does have mast cell stabilizing properties, and it's one of the reasons that people will drink that tea to help to have a natural, holistic, non-medicinal tea that they can drink and possibly help to stabilize um, without having to like go fully medicinal on everything. Talk to your doctors. I'm not giving medical advice, I'm just sharing personal experience. All right, so from Google AI, and I'll give you the actual sources too. Individuals with latex allergy may have a cross reaction to moringa. Fuck. I'm basically blind checking. Like, I don't come on. When I'm, to put it plainly, when I come on here, I'm not looking up things that I already know yet. I'm looking up things because I'd be looking them up whether or not I was recording, I was streaming or not, because I wanted to order moringa tea. And now I know that if I order moringa tea, it's going to be like the small bag for my daughter, or tea bags, because she can handle tea bags. I can't because they're made with coconut fibers, and the glue that keeps the tea sachets, tea bags sealed, uh, dissolves into the water, and then I'm looking for my EpiPen. All right, so let's see. Moringa tea, bad idea if you have latex allergy. For some, again, not everyone's going to react to everything. There are some teas that I can have that have, because again, it's plant family usually, uh, that is the most important. Um, but moringa tea is out for me. The proteins in moringa leaves share structural similarities with known latex allergens. Huh. Okay, yeah, that's a solid fuck no. In severe cases, this can lead to oral allergy syndrome or anaphylaxis. All right, oral allergy syndrome is, in short, um, there are a lot of foods on the OAS list that are exactly the same as the latex root syndrome list from Allergy and Asthma Network. And then and that basically means like people who can have apple pie, or because it's baked, or apples with like the skin peeled off, but like they can't just like go to the apple orchard and like take a bite of a fresh picked apple without like having like without kicking off an allergic reaction. Hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Um, so, and for commenting too, I appreciate it. So, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments, because I'm looking to try and grow the rabbit hole research. Right now, I'm focusing on latex allergy items, but I'm eventually going to be streaming on rabbit hole research for mast cell activation and other issues. Right now, we're focusing on tea because I want tea. And the only one that I can drink right now that I have in the house is loose leaf hibiscus tea. Hibiscus tea is in one of the plant families that is, I react to other teas in that plant family, other plants, but I can drink hibiscus tea no problem for now. But I'm fully prepared to eventually lose it, uh, because I happen to be one of the 30 to 50% of people with progressive latex allergy. Okay, so this means, and I have mast cell activation syndrome, which is why I wanted the moringa tea, because it helps to balance and stabilize the mast cells from degranulation, which is basically when your body sends out the signal, the false alarm that something you're eating or near or smelling or touching is triggering an allergic reaction. When you're not actually allergic to it, you just have the reaction anyway. And the things like mast cell stabilizers help to tamper that down and hopefully hopefully keep you more stable. Basically, you're not just walking the tightrope without without a safety net underneath you. So this is according to ScienceDirect.com. So again, individuals with latex allergy may have a cross reaction to moringa. The proteins in moringa leaves share structural similarities with known latex allergens. Severe cases can lead to OAS syndrome or anaphylaxis. Anaphylaxis, not good. I'm I have at least one systemic multi-system reaction every day uh, because I'm not stable right now because I don't have access to the medications that I need. So that's why I was trying to look at other options. And we'll get into that when we start doing rabbit hole research for MCAS. All right, so despite the potential for cross-reactivity for those who can consume it safely, moringa tea does provide several health benefits. Again, this is from ScienceDirect.com. Rich in antioxidants, packed with bioactive compounds like quercetin, chlorogenic acid, and camphorol that help neutralize free radicals and combat oxidative stress, and that's from Integris Health. It has anti-inflammatory properties, so great if you have high inflammation, high CRP numbers. My mine was not good the last time I went. It contains isothiocyanates. Isothiocyanate. 1 minute. Isothiocyanates. There you go. ISOTHIOCYNATES, which are known to reduce inflammation throughout the body and help alleviate joint pain or tissue irritation. So that's great because this will be good for my daughter because that means we both have fibromyalgia and chronic pain syndrome and EDS or hypermobile syndrome, which some sources are now saying that they're now classified. It's just EDS, and some sources are saying they're still different, but whatever. My collagen is my connective tissue, and so hers too is effed up, and that can lead to a lot of pain. Subluxing joints, her joints will pop out of place and dislocate, and she just waits for them to pop back in because eventually they will. So she doesn't even tell me until it's popped back in. I'm like, all right, Miss Little Girl, but this should help. So what else? It also helps with blood sugar and cholesterol support. So, hey, type 2 diabetics. Research suggests that moringa may aid in regulating blood sugar metabolism and lowering bad cholesterol levels, also from IntegrisHealth.com. It helps to soothe digestion. A lot of people with chronic illness issues like mast cell activation syndrome have gastrointestinal issues, and with latex allergy and or any allergy trigger. For me, it's coconut. That's I don't know it's a coconut allergy trigger until I am going through essentially like Dante's 10th level of hell for food poisoning kind of reaction. And then I'm like, oh, okay, gotcha. Would you like to know about other herbal teas that are generally safe for people with latex allergy? Or do you need information on the common symptoms of latex root syndrome? Not right now on the second one, but Let's look at green tea. Green tea latex allergy. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. And please like, share, comment, subscribe, because latex awareness is how we help each other as a community learn to keep ourselves safe. Because if we don't Nancy Drew the hell out of the ingredients list, we end up having fuck around and find out reactions, and that's not what I don't want anybody else going through that. You know what I'm saying? Um, all right, here we go. So there are 15 sources for this one. I'll give the highlights. Green tea does not typically cross-react with a latex allergy. Unlike moringa or fruits associated with latex fruit syndrome, true allergies to green tea are exceptionally rare, though distinct from a latex allergy. That's from the Allergy and Asthma Network. Keep in mind, this does not exclude it from being a trigger for mast cell activation patients. It's supposed to help stabilize. Some people, it helps to help them stabilize. Other people, it sets off a reaction. It used to set off anaphylaxis for me all the time, about 15 years ago. Um, but I haven't had it in a long time, and when I'm stable again, I'm looking forward to trying it. I'll probably be taking a sip after I'm like parked in the hospital emergency, uh, um, like parking lot. Not recommending that for anybody, but I just want to see if I can actually handle that now and make sure I'm someplace safe in case I need it. Of course, I'd have. We'll go on. Um, so that's Allergy and Asthma Network. If you experience adverse symptoms, the cause is usually a specific sensitivity to its natural compounds rather than a cross reaction to latex. Tannin tolerance. High levels of tannins, especially epigolactin, epigolactachin, EPIGALLOCATECHIN gallate, can trigger allergic reactions or stomach upset in rare cases. Caffeine sensitivity. If you know, you know. If you've got it, you've got it. Um, I don't. I have severe ADHD, so um, caffeine does nothing to me. Green tea contains caffeine, which can cause jitteriness, etc. Um, histamine liberation. This is the problem. All right, so we'll save that for mast cell rep, for research rabbit hole, for mast cell, but some people can handle green tea, some people can't. But according to Allergy and Asthma Network, it's not on the you can't touch it because you have latex allergy, or you shouldn't touch it because you have latex allergy. Now, what I want to check though is what family is green tea and what plant families. Oh, latex allergy, because the rubber tree is in the is the Hevea braziliensis. Let's see, latex allergy, rubber tree family, green tea plant family. All right, ready? Yeah, oh, yay. The green tea plant and the rubber tree belong to completely different, unrelated plant families, which explains why green tea lacks the cross-reactive proteins that trigger latex allergy. Now, cross-reactive is kind of a misnomer. It's not that the cross-react, the proteins, they're not shared proteins. It's not the exact same protein in a banana that's in latex and vice versa, which is why you can have reactions to bananas that are latex fruit syndrome related, but not test as allergic to bananas. Okay? Um, and a lot of doctors don't understand that differentiation. The rubber tree family, which is a source of latex, is harvested from plants that produce a milky sap, uh, productive sap containing specified defense proteins like hevein, Hevein, or hevein. The immune system of a person with a latex allergy mistakes similar proteins in certain foods for this sap. So it's not just similar proteins, it's the fact that the proteins in the cross-reactive plant families, foods, fruits, vegetables, etc., is because they're shaped so similarly that our bodies can actually confuse one for the other. And you're over here eating something with oregano in it because that's also a latex cross-reactive, and have no idea why your tongue's on fire because no, oregano is not supposed to burn like hell. Um, and then you learn, oh, that's on the latex allergy fruit syndrome cross list from the Allergy and Asthma Network. That's not good. And you also need to be aware that latex allergy is triggered by repeat exposure, and that you do not know if the next reaction is going to be the same, like sniffly nose, maybe a little bit of flushing, maybe some itching, maybe your tongue's a little stingy, maybe your lips go a little numb, like minor things that a lot of people alone, like just alone, minor things that a lot of people could be like, okay, not a big deal. But you don't know if the next reaction is going to be epi level or worse, because that's off. Hell, the first reaction could be epi level. So anybody with latex allergy should be carrying an EpiPen. Make sure you talk to your doctor. And I'm not telling you what to eat or drink. I am telling you what I'm finding in research, and you can talk to your doctor about it if you are concerned or have questions. And I'm sharing the sources so you can look it up. This is from the New York State Department of Health. Thank you for subscribing for Protoplasm. I appreciate it. Um, Natural latex harvested from plants. All right. The immune system of a person with a latex allergy. I already said that. So primary commercial source, the Bada rubber tree, or the Bada rubber tree, accent on the last A, from the Hevea brasiliensis, belongs to the Euphorbiaceae spurge family. House plant variety, the common indoor rubber plant. 1 second, my mouth just went instantly freaking dry. That's usually a sign that things are about to go sideways. 1 second, how long has it been since I took my last medication? I woke up at 8. No, actually, I didn't sleep. I was having allergic reactions all night, so I didn't sleep. Mommy is getting in the mail from TikTok shop to review. Yeah, it's a thing you press that makes dogs stop barking. Apparently, I've watched the videos, guys. All I have to do is point it at you, and apparently you're gonna stop barking like magic. We'll see if that actually works. Because, good lord. All right, so ficus plants. Ficus plants have rubber in them. The irony is that a lot of doctors' offices and businesses, corporations and businesses, will have ficus plants in them. So my first question when after I made an appointment with a new doctor, if it's an in-person appointment, is to ask if they have ficus plants on site. And if they say yes, I don't care how stupid or conspiracy theory I might sound, but I'll put on my tinfoil hat and be like, can you please do me a favor and confirm with me if they're real ficus plants or if they're like the fake ones just out there because they're pretty and you don't need to worry about taking care of them. And then I know if I can go in or if I have to stay telehealth with the doctor, because I'm airborne allergic to plants that are connected to latex. I actually had to move from Tucson, Arizona to Maine. It didn't have to be Maine, it just needed to be at least a couple hundred miles away. And my husband was like, yeah, well, you're allergic to the desert, so why don't we try -40 in Maine? And I'm like, okay. So we did that for like 4 years. 0 stars. Would not recommend. No offense if you're from Maine. I was way up in the not fun section, because there were 8,000 people in my entire county. And I kind of didn't blend, but whatever. So anyway, so ficus plants also bad. So the green tea plant family. All true teas, including green, black, and oolong, come from a single plant that does not produce latex sap. Thank you, God. Okay, botanical classifications. This is a Wikipedia source. I will have to remember to come back in and add the links to the description. If you're looking for that and I forget to do it, feel free to call me out in the comments. I have ADHD and it's not medicated. So I won't be offended if you have to remind me. So, botanical classification. The green tea plant Camellia sinensis belongs to the Theaceae tea family because the Theaceae family is genetically distant from both the Euphorbiaceae and Moraceae families. Green tea leaves do not synthesize the specific rubber elongation or defense proteins responsible for latex fruit syndrome. That is from Capital Concierge allergy.com. All right. So I can actually, but here, okay, 1 second. But can I drink green tea because of MCAS? I'll have to look that one up later. No, I'll look it up now or else I'm not gonna know if I can buy it. MCAS for me, like I'm not gonna know. MCAS green tea. Now I only do loose leaf. I do not do tea bags. My daughter can do either. Okay, that's what I figured. For those with masks, this is from ubhealth.com. ubiehealth.com. For those with mast cell activation syndrome, MCAS, green tea is a quote unquote double edged sword. While its EGCG polyphenols act as natural mast cell stabilizers, the caffeine and tannins can trigger nervous system reactions. My CNS is a mess, so that might be my issue. Furthermore, brewed liquid green tea acts as a histamine liberator and blocks the DAO enzyme, potentially causing symptom flares. Histamine stabilizers or low histamine foods uh, are foods that are either going to stabilize you or not have an effect on releasing histamines, triggering histamine dump in your body. Then there's the histamine, uh, high histamine foods like, say, leftovers, pickled, dehydrated, processed foods, etc., that are going to be high in histamines that could potentially cause a reaction as severe as a latex anaphylactic reaction and needs to be treated as such. Um, Furthermore, brewed, oh, I already said that. Liquid green tea warnings. Histamine liberator. Brewed green tea can trigger histamine release and block the DAO enzyme. That's from RTHM1, RTHM.com. Low histamine diet for MCAS. Foods to eat and avoid. Caffeine can trigger an adrenaline release, worsening heart palpitations, anxiety, and tachycardia, often overlapping with POTS, from the same website. If you have hyperadrenergic POTS, it might have the opposite effect. My blood, my heart, my heart rate per minute actually goes down after I have to epi, because it used to go down when I was on my stimulant medication, when I had access to that. So I'm wired backwards. But if you have the regular POTS, classic POTS like my daughter, then caffeine could be not a good thing. She used to pass out all the time. She doesn't now, but she still has a wheelchair for when needed. DAO blocker, green tea extracts, stabilizing effects. Decaffeinated green tea extract and EGCG, the main active antioxidant, have been studied for their ability to stabilize mast cells, acting similarly to mast cell stabilizing drugs. Okay, so maybe we need to look at decaffeinated green tea for her. That's from ubiehealth.com also. Safe consumption, because the extract removes caffeine and the liquid tea base. Many MCAS specialists deem decaffeinated green tea extract a safer, allergy-friendly supplement. Beware of the term allergy-friendly, just because the box, the package, the label, the person trying the person trying to tell you that their product is safe for your allergy. It's only allergy safe if you don't have a reaction to it. It's only allergy safe if you're not allergic to it. All right. So, what's allergy safe for me, at least for now, who knows about tomorrow, might not be allergy safe for you. That's across the board for latex allergy, MCAS, latex root syndrome, and oral allergy syndrome. So never assume that just because I can't have bananas that you can't either. That just because I can't have avocado or coconut because anaphylaxis that you can't either. That's just because I can't leave the house from Halloween to the after the New Year when poinsettia plants, all get tossed in the garbage. Um, that you can't either. Most, 70 to, was it, so what is it? 50 to 70% of people with latex allergy are not progressive. 30 to 50% are. So the majority of people with latex allergy are going to be able to lead relatively normal lives as long as they, avoid children's parties, balloons, and like maybe don't walk into like Michael's floral shops and other places where like latex balloons are just gonna be weddings, part of the picture. So again, doing this for awareness, making sure that you know what to look for, that you always read the ingredients, that you cross-reference the ingredients for plant families and how closely related they are to, if at all, to latex itself, as well as making sure that you keep your allergist and or whichever specialist, your immunologist, your PCP who's managing your latex allergy in your care, that you make sure that you keep them on board and aware and discuss any concerns, questions, things you might want to try, things you've reacted to that you might not have reacted to in the past. And know this, latex allergy testing, and this is from all my research, PubMed and NIH, Allergy and Asthma Network, Anaphylaxis UK, every study that I've read from latex aware and awareness groups, if a doctor tells you that you need to be tested for we need to confirm, we need to do a challenge in the office. I myself couldn't get paid enough to do that. I actually walked right out of an allergist office when he said he wouldn't take me as a patient after I described and showed pictures of what happened to my hands. I couldn't bend them because they swelled so much at the knuckles. My fingers were just sausages. Avocado. Vomiting so violently that it was like exercising a demon, and swelling and redness everywhere, along with throat heat and airway constriction. I could still breathe, but I didn't realize it was constricted until the medication kicked in, and I went, oh, I can feel the air and it's easier to breathe now. Like it's a symptom that it's possible for your airway to be constricting and not even know it. And because you don't know, because latex allergy is a allergy that develops from exposure. The exposure from the test itself, if it's a skin patch test or an oral allergy test, could be enough to trigger the reaction, the allergy or a reaction. All right. So when a doctor wants me to be tested for a potential latex allergy issue, it's in a petri dish. They draw blood and they check it with that, and that's the way I do it that way. The bottom line, I checked moringa tea, that's out, and green tea is okay for latex. Pardon me, I'm bubbly because I forgot to take one of my mast cell medications this morning. I have to take it in a minute. But green tea is a maybe for MCAS. It's either going to work for you and help stabilize, or it's not, and you'll know the difference pretty much immediately. Anyway, that's what I've got for now, and I'm sticking to my timeline. So if you have any questions, please make sure you drop them in the comments, whether you see this now or later. I always check the comments and I try to reply to everybody who has like a legitimate comment or question. And I will make sure that I get back to you. We're going to see what the next rabbit hole research topic might be related to latex allergy. If you have a suggestion, a question, something that you'd like to know about latex allergy, and maybe a food or something in your own home that you've been reacting to, let me know in the comments, because I will happily dig into that. And if when I start researching the next thing is probably going to be shoes. It's probably going to be shoes because that's an issue, and clothing in general. So we've got a lot to cover, and I'll be jumping topics because everything is so interconnected. So again, doing this for awareness and advocacy, because if we can't share the information with each other and gatekeep for whatever reason, we can't help keep others in the food allergy community safe, which we need to if we have the option, and any kind of platform, no matter how small, because most of the time when people are getting mad at their doctors for not telling us about these allergies, I learned about latex root syndrome like 5 years ago. I was diagnosed 19 years ago. It's not that they didn't want me to know. They just weren't aware. And even today, there are doctors that don't know. They don't. So it's not malicious. It's usually just not being educated. We live with this every day. They maybe got a paragraph or a chapter in medical school. So I'm not saying don't be mad enough to educate. I've got a lot of calls I need to make to work on trying to get chronic illness issues addressed by doctors who are not wanting to work with me on listening to what I know, because I don't have the white coat and the medical degree. Sometimes that offends them. Anyway, have a safe day. Hope you learned something. If you have a question, leave it in the comments. Please follow, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next live stream. I'm going to try and make sure I do this 3 to 4 times a week. And the lot more I do it, I'm going to try and make sure I do it during like daytime hours. The last 2 I did like at 3 o'clock in the morning. So it just depends. If I don't sleep because of reactions, I'm gonna be rabbit hole researching anyway. So I can't commit to an exact time every single time, but I will. But I'm gonna put them in their own playlist, so you'll always be able to find it. Have a safe day. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.